We're looking back at the life of President Jimmy Carter and one magical moment right here on ABC.
It was 23 years ago that Mr. Carter surprised one of his biggest fans live on GMA, 11-year-old Mattie, a published poet and peace advocate who bravely battled muscular dystrophy.
Now, we had the monitors off here in the studio while that piece was playing, so you didn't get a chance to see it. But in that piece, Chris Cuomo was talking about the fact that, and we were very struck by the fact that when you talked to him, you said your hero in life was Jimmy Carter. And you've talked to Jimmy Carter on the phone. He took your phone calls?
Yes.
To talk about your poetry?
Mm-hmm.
And you said someday you'd like to meet him?
Yes, I did.
How about today?
Any day.
Any day? Now, you know why we had the monitors off?
Why?
Well, because we were mentioning the fact that you wanted to meet Jimmy Carter. And if you look on over there, I think you'll find that he's here and he'd like to meet you.
Hello.
Hello.
One of the great ambitions of my life is to meet Mattie, and I'm glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you.
And I'm so proud of your poetry book. Mine, I wrote a poetry book a few years ago. It never got on the New York Times bestseller list.
Yeah, I was going to point that out. You know, he's a very prolific author. Writes a lot of books.
Yes.
I think you're outselling him right now. Should we bring that up?
No. No.
All right.
And you're doing well?
Yes.
That's good. And this is your mother?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is
Thank
Jenny
you so
Stepanek.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jimmy
It's
Carter.
very nice to meet you.
I'm
I've
delighted.
mentioned that you've talked to my son several times.
I have.
I've never even heard your voice on the phone because it always just comes straight through to him.
Well, I
So it's
was
a
very
pleasure to meet
honored to write the introduction to Mattie's book of poems.
Thank you so much.
And his
Thank
poems touch my heart, and I
Thank
think
you.
they do to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you had been told about Mattie. And
Yes, I knew about Mattie, and we had exchanged a letter, as a matter of fact. And then when I heard that he was in intensive care and only had 2 or 3 days to live, one of the things that I wanted to do was talk to Mattie. And a lot of people have been praying that his life would be extended because he means so much to so many people. And I've been very grateful to see him doing so well.
Yeah, it's a pretty powerful thing, prayer. It helps a lot sometimes. So, do you have any advice for President Carter as an author? No?
I think he's just great.
Yeah.
I think he's perfect.
That was from GMA in 2001. Mattie would pass away less than 3 years later at the age of 13. Carter became a close friend of Mattie's mom.